growing up, poetry wasn't necessarily like a huge part of my life. I think my first introduction to poetry was when I was 5, when my teacher elected to have me lead our class in a poetry recital competition. So I wasn't necessarily one of the greatest students or one of those artistic ones, but she still had that vote of confidence in me. So I guess that propelled me to do very well in that competition because I ended up winning. Go figure. But from then on up until like age 13, poetry wasn't really a thing for me because poetry was always viewed as something that was feminine or not necessarily something a guy would do. But it still was constantly around me, and I guess I kind of got thrust back into the passenger seat when it comes to like writing poetry when I was 13 because of the things that was going on around me. Life was a bit hectic. That's when I started applying to prep schools and things of that nature. But when that happened, tragedy struck, and my grandmother had passed away, and my little cousin had passed away all the same week, and I wasn't able to deal with that and be home for that because I had to go away for some program. So in order to deal with that, I began writing poetry, and that was my method for about a solid 2 years. I wrote poetry from age 13 up until the spring of my freshman year of high school. Eventually, I stopped writing poems, and then that translated into songwriting. And I still haven't written a poem in 5 years, so now I'm back at it, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not necessarily better, or I can't really say that I'm better at writing poems, but I can definitely say that I'm much freer in regards to like the content that I used to write about, or like how much it affected me. Look at me. I had my father's eyes, the same eyes as my grandfather, the man I never met, or rather the man I have no memory of. Spirit departed, but he tattooed my heart at a young age, with all that he left to his 33 children. That artist. Those same eyes, the eyes of the stray dog, emblazoned with the look of longing, all too clear yet all too unknown, because we don't want to talk about it to get into that. For fear of being labeled soft or sensitive or emotional or feminine, since that's such a bad thing, right? But that femininity or lack thereof won't change the way you feel. That depression that set in when you were supposed to count your blessings, especially when you get into that top-notch whatever while the people you love sun is setting. It won't stop you from facing death 6 times, 4 of them being of your own accord. Your uncle that changed your world with knife in hand at the age of 5. That same depression overwhelming at age 13. The weight of the world crashing down around you at age 17. The cop that pulled the gun on you at age 17. The weight of the world crashing down around you again at age 18. The car that you smashed into at the age of 19 while in a sad state because of the last visit to your grandmother. And it damn sure won't stop you from getting touched at the age of 6. But we don't want to talk about that. Look at me. I have my mother's dreams. Dreams similar to all of my grandmothers. Tears streaming, some spirits departed, bodies broken, cancer and other illnesses killing. I've had to see all of you in hospital beds X too many times. And each time, I've held each and every one of your hands. I promise, I have all of your dreams. Dreams that other people probably can't see, but they can definitely feel them. Dreams that my existence alone will be the spark for someone's passion. Fuel for their fire to burn brighter than any star that's about to go supernova. No brevity though, but consistent like the way I feel for everyone I've come into contact with. Dreams that my voice, when people think of me, plays in their head vividly as if I'm there with them in person the way I am now. That's what I call presence. Being able to recall sensations of an individual without them actually being there. Dreams that one day, my smile will be the salvation for someone whose world was torn asunder, preventing all the burdens of the world from forcing you to take the plunder down under and wonder why I even bothered to put up with the tumultuous storm cloud on the horizon we call life. Dreams that maybe if I love myself the way my parents love me, that then I'll be able to love someone else. Then they'll love themselves and go on to love another because, hey, that's just how this crazy thing works. Maybe I have those dreams because that's what I needed when I was younger. Luckily, they came to me not too long ago in the form of an angel that's learning to spread her wings in all the right ways. I'm thankful for her. I was a broken child trying to mend the wounds of those around me before even figuring out how to mend wounds I didn't even realize I had. She helped heal them unintentionally, and I'm thankful for that. At least that's what my mom gave me. Dreams, hope, love. Dreams I hope will come to fruition because that's who I am. But if I reassemble the words of the last part of that sentence, it forms the question, who am I? For a while I used to struggle with that question, breaking mirrors when I wasn't satisfied with what I viewed in the reflection. But the visual wasn't most important because I should have been worried more about the internal reflection, the inner workings. Discovering myself, how I felt, and what makes me, I, tick. So now I ask the question again, who am I? I am a dreamer, proud to identify, no longer vilify, bathed in showers of hope and love that come from all those around me, and maybe a little from above, if I try to believe in the peace that be upon me. Who am I? Look at me. I'm Dylan Devaya Carmichael. Is that good?